respected members of the dais, Secretary Mr. Shankar, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, Vanakkam and good afternoon. As you can see, the presentation today is titled Ignited MTIC, and for those of you who might have read this book, Ignited Minds, by our former President APJ Abdul Kalam. So we took a leaf from that and said, why don't we have, the title of our presentation is Ignited MTIC, and Ignited MTIC is nothing but the Madurai-Thoothukudi Industrial Corridor. And I really hope this is the beginning of the corridor, sir, not the end of it. So maybe hopefully the action starts from Thoothukudi and then goes all the way up to Chennai and whatnot. So that's what we're hoping it will really happen. I just want to digress a little bit. Sorry, if you can just give me, I'll try to finish up within 10 minutes. I just have a small video to play, and I'm going to show you a small video just to say that one more reason why Tamil Nadu has actually arrived in the global mind space. So, sorry, can we just go? Okay.
Hello.
Right, of course, for those of you, I'm sure most of you know who that is, but for those of you who don't know, that is our superstar Rajini, and you heard his song. Next, I'm going to show you this. This was a big discovery for me. I really didn't expect this to happen. Maybe some of you have already seen this. Right, so now you know why I say Tamil Nadu has arrived in the global mind space, and basically it has been embraced by the world. There is almost a dozen videos like this. There is Philadelphia, there is Miami, there is New York. It's fantastic. So once again, I'd like to thank Secretary Mr. C.V. Shankar for having me here. Thank you very much, sir. Much appreciated. I also must thank Mr. C.V. Shankar for having kindly come to our site it was about another 2 or 3 weeks back, and it was midnight by the time we came there, and I was really very thankful that the Secretary came over late at night. So you can see how proactive Government of Tamil Nadu is in terms of pushing projects and whatnot. So thank you so much. So a little bit about myself and what am I and where do we come from. We are actually from a small coastal village deep down of Tamil Nadu, from the coastal district of Ramnad district, which is way down south. You can see our ancestral hometown, which is marked there in the map. We've actually been there for almost 800 years. So I'm actually a total son of the soil and a local product from the Madurai-Thoothukudi area. So this is where we actually come from. And a little bit about what we do. So we're basically an integrated energy company. As you can see the icons which is there, the first one is supposed to be coal, and then we've got logistics, we've got shipping, and of course power generation and industrial parks. So we're an integrated energy and infrastructure company. This is what we do. This is our maiden power plant that we start up in Thoothukudi. I'm very sort of humbled to have been able to support the needs of the state, and we have set up a state-of-the-art 1200 megawatt power plant at an investment of almost 8,000 crores. It's 1,200 megawatts. We have commissioned the first 600 megawatts last year in December, and we are hoping to commission the next 600 megawatts by December of this year. And like what our Honorable Chief Minister was saying, hopefully all these power plants and whatnot will make Tamil Nadu indeed a power surplus state. So this is a little bit about the site plan. You can just see the overall macro shot of the site. The first one you're seeing on the right side is the existing power plant, 1200 megawatts, which is basically here. And we are proposing that we will expand the power plant by another 1,600 megawatts. So total in one site it is going to be approximately 2,800 megawatts. At the moment with 10%, we meet roughly 10% of Tamil Nadu's power requirements. And like I said, we are very humbled that we were able to play a role in addressing the chronic power shortages of Tamil Nadu state. And all this very much from Thoothukudi. So what is our commitment to Tamil Nadu? Of course, we all want to live up to the Honorable Chief Minister's vision 2023. We have been very early sort of adopters, I can say, of the vision of the state. We have been great believers of the state, and we started the investment program almost 10 years ago, and 2005 is when we actually started the investment program. So like I said earlier, we've already invested 8,000 crores on a 1200 megawatt power plant. We are hoping to take up the project into another 1,600 megawatts and take it up to 2,800 megawatts, making our total commitment to the state of approximately 20,000 crores. And like I said earlier, the idea is to support our state's vision to make it power surplus. And it's a bit of a worry for us, we don't want to have too much of a surplus power, because then what happens to the uptake of the power that we put in, So it's a bit of a catch-22 situation, but hopefully we will be part of the surplus situation.
I think after the gym we should cover it.
So with that, we are going into the 2,800 megawatts. And one of the other very sort of passionate projects that we are all working on, and which the Secretary has been very, very kind to support, is the Madurai-Thoothukudi Industrial Corridor, where we currently have an industrial estate of approximately 3,000 acres. And Mr. Dinesh was mentioning about SMEs, and we are hoping that we'll be able to target the large industries. We've been talking to several Japanese companies. In fact, I was just having a chat to Tomohide-san today from JICA, and then he was concerned that how come we're not having large industries and whatnot. But our commitment itself is 20,000 crores, and I'm sure there are going to be a lot more large investments which will hopefully follow as we go along. And I'll tell you why I seriously believe. And as we've been doing this work on the power project for the last 10 years, so before I start that, why did we choose MDIC? Because we are like one of the early adopters of the Madurai-Thoothukudi Industrial Corridor. Ample land, first-class natural port, access to 6 airports, basically 4 international airports, to 1 domestic airport. 4 international airports are basically Madurai Airport, the Trivandrum Airport, the Cochin Airport, and Trichy Airport. And you've got 1 domestic airport which is in Tuticorin, and you've got 1 more airport which is in Colombo. So basically non-stop flights all the way from Colombo going into Korea, Japan, direct flights. We have abundant talent, one of the richest talent zones in that area, and located in South Asia, so that strategic access to South Asia, Southeast Asia, Middle East, East Africa and whatnot. All this has enabled us to put up this 2,000, sort of plan a 2,800 megawatt power plant just right in the MDIC. So this is how we chose MDIC. So as we were going along, this journey of putting up the power plant and whatnot, like I said earlier, I've been working on this for 10 years. And as we've been working on it 10 years, it's sort of, consultants and people were talking to, they came back and said, look, there's so much of land here and so much of talent, so why not we start positioning this as an industrial corridor, start working more closely in terms of industrial corridor. So what I did is ended up going to industrial parks around the world. So went to Jurong in Singapore, Tianjin and Suzhou in China, Incheon in Korea, and of course I went to Nagoya. And after having gone all over, seen everything, seen the port, seen the land, seen the talent, seen the airport, and I must tell you, it's not that I'm an interested party. I'm saying this only because I'm an interested party, that this has the potential to become one of the most exciting industrial corridors anywhere in the world. I'm more than convinced. It's really not because I'm an interested party and I'm a son of the soil and one in mind. It's not because of that. I'm going to tell you why. Basically, the discovery for us has been that this can possibly become a factory for 2.6 billion people.